Hi YouTube family, good morning. Paul here. Today we got, I hate to say it, but they are another American piece of shit car. 2000 Pontiac Sunfire with a 2.4 in it. The lower transmission line is leaking. He didn't think he was going to be able to get the line out. What you need to do, the two upper bolts that hold the radiator in, watch your hand for a second. You see these rubber things to this bracket? Just take those two bolts out and you should be able to get the radiator to move forward, and then hopefully get that upper fitting on the radiator to get the line out. There's no way to get in there without loosening that radiator and pulling it forward.
Or taking everything apart.
All right? I'm not going to tell people to take things apart. You don't need to take everything apart.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Were you able to get it?
What?
The fitting.
No, I gotta get a wrench. What size nut is that?
I don't know. They put this cross member right here where you can't even access it. Ridiculous.
It's bigger than a 15.
It's a metric. Oh no, it's standard then. It's a standard size. It's not metric, it's standard. Alright, you're gonna need a 5/8 line wrench to get on there for the upper coolant hose. You're tightening it.
Yeah.
Use the wrench the other way.
Use it the other way?
Get it from the other side.
What do you mean?
Go from the other side. From the outside, yeah. Alright, to get this bottom line out, try getting in there with a 5/8 line wrench. Can't get to it. The fan's got to come out. You got to disconnect your battery, pull it out, disconnect your fan. There's a small 10mm bolt on the bottom. Then you got to pop these retainers out on the left side and just pull up a little bit on the bottom, and then it should pop up off of the top to remove the fan. That way you'll have room to move your wrench on the bottom line.
Should I get the top off first?
No, the top comes out last.
Okay.
Don't break that of the radiator.
Okay, here's it.
Bolt out. You see that bracket right there? Let me show you that bracket. That kind of slides in that bracket right there. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. It's hard to get in here for a good shot. See that bracket right there? You got to get the bottom free and then slide the radiator over towards the passenger side out of that and the middle bracket, and then the top should be able to get lifted up and over to come out. That's what it looks like to me. To get this fan out, the lower mounting tab has to be popped outward. You got to pop that out off of that stud, then the top and the very top and this upper side one, you slide the fan towards the passenger side, and you can get out of the way to get to that line. Now we're at that line, but it's frozen in. We're trying to get it, but it looks like it's going to round out. So here's an adventure. Always an adventure. He said this was easy. I said never say easy. Okay. We cannot get that out with the line wrench, the 5/8 line wrench. He's going to take a cut-off tool and cut the line. Sorry for the compressor noise. Let me get away from it. He's going to cut the line off. We're going to try to get a 6-sided socket on there. If the 5/8 feels like it's going to round out, we'll try to go next size smaller down with a SAE. If we got to even hammer it on there a little bit just to break that free. If we can't get that fitting out, the option would have been pulling the radiator, trying to do it outside of the car, but that's too much of a headache. So we're probably just going to eliminate those lines. We got a new set of lines. We'll throw them in on a transmission end, cut them, and throw an external transmission cooler in. All right, so we'll see how this goes with the attempt to get a socket on it. What we did was we took a cutoff saw, little cutoff tool, cut the line, and then got in there with wire dikes and cut them shorter, and then got a 5/8 regular 3/8 drive socket on there and used a little cheater on it and cracked it free. Got that out now. Now we're taking the transmission lines out. We're not going to need to throw the external transmission cooler in. So that's the way to do it. If you get stuck and you can't get that out with a line wrench, just cut your line and do it with a 5/8 socket or whatever size your transmission lines are, and you'll get it out. Okay, I know I didn't show a lot of the work here, but that's just basically monkey wrench work there, thinking it through on ways around getting it out or what matters. So you can do it, guys. Thank you for watching. Please give a subscribe, help support our channel, and give a like. I definitely appreciate it. You guys have been making the channel grow little by little. We only got what is it, 9,700 more subscribers to go before we hit the 10,000 mark. All right, guys, take care. Take good care of your cars. They'll take good care of you. Bye-bye. Oh, he got a problem now. That doesn't surprise me. What is it, stripped out?
No, it's snapped off.
I told you that was going to happen, didn't I? I told you that was going to snap.
It just started going.
You heard me say that. I said it was going to snap. Now you're screwed. Because you monkeyed it. I told you that was going to happen.
There's a little bit I could get.
You gorillaed it.
No, I didn't. I just.
You had to go loose, tighten, loose, tighten, loose, tighten.
And it went just as I was turning it.
Be gentle taking that nut off of that stud. He just snapped it. Just back it off, tighten it back in, back it off, tighten it back in, work it, and you'll help clear those threads up, all right? He tried to rush it off, and now he snapped that, and now there's another issue. Frank makes simple jobs complicated. That's what he does. I should have taken that nut off of that stud. I would have been very cautious with that to not snap that stud off. I'm just not even gonna, there's nothing to say. That snapped off. There's hardly even anything left to grab onto with a vice grip. I don't even know if he has a decent set of vice grips. I invest money in good tools. Without the tools, you can't do stuff sometimes. Good set of vice grips are a necessity to have around. They're not expensive. I wish we had access to 240 volt outlet. I would weld a nut on there and then try to get that out, but he doesn't have 240 volt receptacle here. We got a MIG welder. It's another thing you could do if this happens to you. Weld a nut on and try to back that stud out, and then use a bolt as a retainer, or put another stud in, a piece of threaded rod and a nut to hold it in. I don't think it's going to come out with a vice grip. Pissed off right now because this should have been the end of this job. Should have been wrapping this up right now, throwing those new lines in, and be getting done with this. I can't stress enough about taking your time, paying attention, and feeling what's going on when you're tightening and loosening things. If something is getting hard and doesn't feel like it's moving, back in, tighten it again, back it back out, clean the threads up. I wish I would have removed this nut. I wouldn't have busted that stud off. That stud is not even corroded where it broke. That was just a matter of inexperience and not paying attention. So now something simple has turned into a clusterfuck. So you could just look at this guy's tools and see what's going on here. Look at this. Big pile of an abortion. My tools are all in order. That's just a couple of things I brought with me. Take good care of your cars, they'll take good care of you. Take good care of your tools and you can do good work. So now you can't even find a functioning set of vice grips. So, I don't know. I just wish I was spending my day another way right now.